Hello guys, Nikki's Husband 1016 here, and now to bring you a quick week review after on my Huawei Ascend Mate, and tell you some features that I found, how the battery works, how much it lasts. So we'll continue on, and here we go. After a week long, the phone I have been able to get used to it, but it won't be that easy for everybody. I'm still at some point in time where I see this phone as a big old phone and a big tablet for the use of just cell phones. I usually just browse, I never usually call, usually just text. But if you're into calling all the time, then that'll be fine. I do have an external 64GB memory card in there, which is switched as internal. I will show you. You go to settings, and we go to storage, and as you can see, there's 59.45GB total space, and this is what it normally comes with. 4.56GB, total of 8 gigs, but probably around 3 point something for system settings. As you can see, the default storage location, you're able to switch it to the SD card or internal storage, which I currently have it as my memory card. This comes out with Android 4.1.2 and their Emotion UI version 1.5, which is just a normal screen. There's no app drawer. It's customizable, but everything you install will be installed on the desktop screens. The screen is 720p, as you can see. It is a great screen. It's very clear and sharp. It comes with 2GB of RAM, and the processor is a 1.5 GHz quad core. The battery, for myself, after testing it and using it, I usually just test it and charge it before I go to work overnight. I usually charge it to 100%, and I would not have to charge it again probably till 2 days after, but I usually just charge it every night, just to be safe. But the battery is stated to last at least 2 days. It's a 4050 milliamp battery, which is crazy big, and I'm pretty impressed by the results of this battery. The battery right now stands at 54%. I was just charging it right now, but as you see, it's been on the battery for 23 hours. I charged it for about 10 minutes, so I guess it didn't register that, but it's 54%, and it's been on battery for almost a day. The screen on time, 3 hours and 27 minutes. There was one time when I was on for like 6 hours in the screen on time, and I still had around 46% battery and a day and 2 hours of battery on the battery. So like I said, I'm really impressed on the battery on this phone. You can remove the battery, but it doesn't matter if the battery is good. If the battery is good, then you shouldn't worry about having to remove anything. It does come with a micro SD slot, as you already know. It's on the side, you can't really see it. The micro SIM slot is there, and there's the USB port. The quality of the phone, it compares quite a bit to the Galaxy Note 2. The Galaxy Note 2 might be a little bit more premium, but this phone has more screen ratio to body, and the back is not just flimsy plastic. It's more of a soft touch, kind of rubbery. It won't get sticky, but it has a soft rubber to it. Not the strongest, not the stickiest, just a soft. Not yet, please, in a bit. And as you see, the last screen, you have the option to go to unlock it to the phone, to the messaging, or to the camera. The one I want to take you guys to is to the camera. The camera takes alright pictures. There is some light issues sometimes when it's too bright, but it does its job. It records at 1080p, 720p, and all the options you want. It has a couple of features that I'm aware and I like. As you can see, you can just switch between video and camera there, and you can flip between your front facing and your rear facing camera. Let me try to reach up there. There we go. Now some of the features I want to show you guys is when you scroll this bar down, you have the option to go into your settings, which almost all phones have. Is the normal settings where you have the option to, you know, edit your ISO, your scene type, timer, picture quality. Out of the box it comes on set at 6 megapixels, so make sure you check it, and make sure you check 8 megapixel. And your location and GPS and stuff like that. Now this is the option I usually use for effects. As you can see, it's showing a face of a guy. This detects your face, so on every effect that you choose, it'll detect the face. Let me see if it'll get it on my daughter. It'll detect the face. I doubt it. It detects your face. It does the effect it is showing. As you can see, big nose, big face, gobbler, and insect, professor, and stuff like that. And you can record in live mode while the effect is going on, or you could take a quick picture with the effect on. And it's all doing this by detecting your face at the same time during live. Those are the only effects for that. For funny effects, I believe that's what you want to call it. It does have scenery effects, you know, like Instagram and stuff. There's negative, mono, Lamo warm, antique. It does a good job at doing it. It's great that the editing is built into the phone, so you don't have to go and open another application just to edit your pictures. And I believe this shows you everything, the most that it has: single, panorama, group, HDR, low light, beauty, smile, and burst. As we all know, burst is a quick shot, but it might not be the best quality. When you buy this, it does not come out with Google on it out of the box, so you'll have to root it. There's guides online. Where I bought this from, on eBay, I just searched Huawei Ascend Mate, and this one came out for a total of $564 with shipping included, all the way from Hong Kong with FedEx International, which got here in about 4 days, which is pretty amazing as the distance as it is. And I'm really impressed. The seller, you know, he contacted me. He said if I wanted to get it rooted and installed with Play Store before he even shipped it out, and I said cool, whatever. So he installed that, but it does not come with everything Google installed. You might have to install Google Sync in order to sync your contacts. So you're gonna have to research, you know, to do all that stuff. But if you guys got any questions, just let me know, and I'll see if I could provide some links and stuff. Once you get your Google stuff ready, then you know everything will be normal. Your contacts will be there. Your calendar stuff be on there. There seems to be a little issue that I have. It's just the GPS. Sometimes when I'm inside my house, where I used to have my Galaxy Note 2, the GPS signal was very strong. But now with this one, it seems that the GPS antenna is not as strong as I thought it would be. It takes a while. Sometimes inside the house it does not see any satellites. I do have an app called GPS Status Check, and it shows me how much power or how much my GPS antenna is actually looking for, and sometimes there's no GPS connection to the satellite. So that's kind of a bummer, but I don't really use the GPS a lot unless I'm checking in on Foursquare or stuff like that. But usually then I'm outside, which, you know, there should be signal out there. I've been currently running this live wallpaper and there has been no lag at all. There was an issue with Netflix that I had. Out of stock, you know, it comes with your brand. Your phone's build prop is Huawei, some weird model number. So I had to change that to the Galaxy Note 2's model number GT N7105 in order to be able to use Netflix, because when I use Netflix it loads the app, but when you click on a movie to load it, it does not load it. It just grades it darkens the screen like it's gonna change the screen to the movie mode, but in the end it just stays there and never loads, and you touch it again and it goes back to bright again and shows you the movies that you could be watching. But once I changed it to that Galaxy Note 2 model number, everything's working fine. YouTube works fine. Email works fine. The battery is great. The camera is great. Cases you will only find straight from China or Hong Kong, as this phone is not sold here. It's barely sold in Australia, and I'm really impressed, like I said, with this phone. It's not the highest end, but it's there to compete with the big phone. The Samsung Galaxy Mega is gonna be a big phone, but it's not gonna be able to compete that much with this unless that dual core processor. But look at the battery they're giving it, which is half the size of this one. So it's up to user choice what they want to do. There is a couple more tricks and tips that they're out there that I do not know of just yet. But every time I do get a message, there's a pop-up, like a window pops up right here, and I can just reply there instead of opening the whole message itself. Google voice search, I am not able to fix that. I could voice search, but I cannot get that lady voice search to answer back the answers. So I'm still looking into that. I'm still looking into a lot of things. But I currently have a custom launcher right now. First I had the Go Launcher EX, but I didn't like how much power it was taking from the RAM and stuff, so I went ahead and changed to a TSF shell, and this one seems a little bit more stable, more smoother, and I'm used to more of it, as this was one of the first launchers that I had. With this one you're able to configure how many apps you want on there, and not just 4 per row and stuff. On the other one you only had what they gave you. I really like the animations and stuff like that, so it's pretty good. The charger, this phone really charges real quick. I'll say from around 30% to 100%, it'll take about an hour and a half or less to charge. This does have a smart technology for the battery to speed charge it for some reason. I'm not sure what kind of technology that is, but as long as the battery is being charged quick, it's good for me. And yeah guys, this is just a quick review, the pocket video. As you can see, here's my pocket. People say if it fits fine, if it's perfectly fine to me. Although sometimes the phone will be like that, but it works perfectly fine for me. You just go ahead and slide it in, and that's it. So there's really no problem on what if it'll fit, if it's big tablet, if it won't fit in your pocket. It will definitely fit in your pocket, unless you're wearing super tight pants and stuff like that. Alright guys, well this has been a week review. I'll be back for some more reviews of I don't want to do gaming, but I'll try to do some games and stuff on it, just to show you guys the speed and stuff. I have been doing some benchmarks, and I see that this phone is right under the Galaxy Note 2, and I'm pretty impressed. Like I said, I was gonna get the Galaxy S4, but the Galaxy S4 just reminds me of the Galaxy S3, just a little bit more pimped out, as I could say. I'll just go ahead and wait for the Galaxy Note 3 and see what that brings, if that'll change my mind to bump it up to that. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and remember to comment, like, and favorite these videos. Thanks for watching.